The astrology for April 4th, 2016 is as follows. This week starts off strong and remains dynamic through the weekend. Although Venus is known for demure qualities and harmonic textures, in Aries these qualities may become more passionate and animated. Aries may bring out the spring fever in all of us, but most especially fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius in particular. Springtime is a period of initiation and departure. As we tire of winter's long siege, we often rush to repair and claim. Shift your focus to the newness that life holds in store, whether that be jobs, relationships, or daily activities. This period of time urges us to step forward and step out. The thrill of newness may be contagious, and with Venus in this powerful fire sign, we might begin to feel more passionate and motivated to change things that have grown stale in our lives. The cosmos is under a perpetual state of flux, and we see that action come to light this week as Venus ingresses into Aries on Tuesday, April 5th. The Sun will trine Saturn on Tuesday as well, allowing you to work hard on any endeavor with grit and commitment. Your love life will become more about the chase and less about the catch until April 29th. Be sure to spice things up with your lover and remind him or her that they are first priority. Mercury also enters Taurus, focusing your mind diligently on financial matters and ways to create more stability in your physical world. On Wednesday, April 6th, there's a potential for a red flag day. Do not engage in power struggles with anyone you can't really run up against. And if you happen to be the one in authority, do not be a bully. Abusing power on this day will have stiff consequences. An emotional and fervent tone may set the stage as our closest cosmic neighbor enters into this fiery area of our lives. The planet of communication and connection, Mercury, also steps into Aries a few days earlier. With Aries, all things sudden and impulsive are also present. If we are aware of this tendency, we can modulate our reactions accordingly. Impulsivity is a key characteristic of Aries, and when the new moon and Mercury align in this sign, we may be prone to emotional outbursts or sudden shifts in temperament. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and the cardinal signs may be particularly triggered by this electric connection. With Uranus lingering in close proximity, it should come as no surprise to see outbursts, rebellion, and flashes of insight. Thursday, April 7th, the new moon is in Aries. This is ideal astrology to start whatever it is you want to succeed most over the next year. Make it count. When Mercury and a new moon gather together, we are more able to embrace a new way forward. Saturday, April 9th, the Sun will conjunct Uranus, offering eclectic but unpredictable energy to all. Be original, but don't go overboard. Of course, much of this depends on the particular aspects of your unique micro-universe. To discover your personal divine order, schedule a heavenly reading at empressnandi@gmail.com. Blessings, beloved gods and goddesses. I am Empress Nandi, ordained metaphysician, certified angel therapist, soul healer, teacher, and intuitive. And as always, it is my honor and privilege to serve you. This week's divination tool is Nefertari's Tarot. Here's my frog friend. Blessings. Our first card this week is the Knight of Pentacles, a powerful positive message regarding money and finance. You are likely to finally receive the good news that you've been waiting on. This is a very practical card. The Knight tells us to pay attention to the mundane and normal parts of our lives. Take care of the little things and the big things will fall into place. The Knight of Pentacles is a grounding influence. It asks you to look at how you're handling your affairs. Regarding work, now is not the time to suggest an overthrow of traditional ways. Go with the flow and do what is expected of you. If you're looking for work, this can be a good omen that the position you need is forthcoming, but warns that in interviews, cover letters, and phone calls, that you will need to come across as dependable and even-keeled. With regard to love, this card points to responsibility. After all, love is just not wine and roses. There's also work that has to be done. This is the time to see if you guys can stick out the difficult times. If you're looking for love during this time, it means that what you've been doing up to this point has not worked out as well as you would have liked, so it's time to switch up your routine. Try something new and different. When the Knight of Pentacles appears in reference to finances, it means that finances are on the way. It means that that big break you've been waiting on is on the horizon. Money can come literally in any way, through inheritance, through the lottery, through someone returning money that was once owed to you, literally any way. So stay open to the many ways that abundance may appear. Regarding health, when the Knight of Pentacles is pulled, it means that your health will come in the mundane things. Make sure you're getting enough exercise, make sure you're eating healthy food, make sure you're getting enough sleep in the evening. These simple, mundane things will be the building blocks to wellness. You may find yourself suddenly spiritually overwhelmed, potentially with no obvious reason. Try to break down these feelings into manageable chunks. There's no need for you to tackle your whole life at one sitting. You are in the midst of spiritual change when this happens. See that the change is for the better. The second card this week is the card of death, the 13. This card simply indicates transformation and change. This is definitely a time of deep transformation, likely to be both inward and outward in your life. Situations, things, and people that you've counted on or gotten used to may no longer be available to you in quite the same way as you're accustomed to. The more accepting you can be of change during this time, the less you try to control, the better and more comfortable this time will be for you. Sometimes we just can't see how our attitudes are hurting us. When this is true, this time period can be a wake-up call. And remember, the energy of this time is not just about change and destruction. It's about renewal and rebuilding as well. So while one door is closing, another wonderful door is opening. So get ready. Be prepared. Don't look back. Stay focused on your present and your future. So if you hate your job, if you're staying in a relationship because you don't want to be alone, if there are changes that you want to make but you've hesitated because of fear, you may benefit most from a complete change at this time. Make the leap. You can do it. The energies at this time are supporting you. So if you're staying in a situation but you know you're unhappy, you're doing neither yourself or your partner or your business partner any favors. Have a frank and honest discussion with your partner and yourself. See if any problems in the relationship can be resolved. Make an honest effort to resolve those problems. And if those problems still remain, then it's time to let go. And do so with a clean slate and know that there's something fresh, new, grander and better on the horizon. So, the Death card in relationship to finances just warns us that there may be some challenging times coming and that we should brace ourselves and be prepared for those times. So, don't allow ourselves to slip into fear because the challenging time that may be coming up ahead is indeed temporary, and how we frame it, how we respond to it, will determine how temporary it is. So, have faithful thoughts regarding finances. Get into the vortex of conscious creation during this challenging time, and it will ensure that your finances on the other side are abundant. When the Death card appears, it encourages us to face whatever situations are in front of us, then do what we must to get through it. Ultimately, we will profit greatly from what we've learned. In the long run, we'll be just fine. Regarding health, keeping your stress level manageable is a must in order to stay in good health always and now. Deal with any problems that come up physically. Don't try to avoid them. Be sure to get enough rest, and as best you can, don't abuse your body with alcohol or in any other ways. If you need healing, ask for it on both the literal and spiritual planes. This is a time where physical contact will be very comforting for us. So those of us that are single, this will be a good time to spend time with friends and get genuine good hugs, and even schedule full body massages and do things that are tactile so that you can feel more comfort during this tumultuous energy that may be coming up. Spiritually, cultivate a positive attitude. Know that even if you're in the midst of a dark night of the soul, that it too shall pass. Don't fight change. Allow yourself to feel what you feel, but don't wallow in pain or sorrow. If you need help pulling yourself away from pain or suffering, reach out to a friend and accept their help graciously. Spiritually, cultivate a positive attitude. Know that even if you're in the midst of a dark night of the soul, that this too shall pass. Don't fight change. Allow yourself to feel what you feel, and don't fight pain or sorrow. If you need help pulling yourself away from any pain or loss that you're suffering, reach out. There's always a caring soul who will help you, even if you're quite literally alone in the world. More people care about you than you can even imagine. And the final card this week is the Empress. The Empress is an archetype of feminine power. She is watery, hard to fathom, mysterious, fertile, and sexual. The Empress encourages all to get in touch with the feminine side, to listen to your intuition, and to give priority to your emotions and passions. The Empress can also signify coming abundance. People are going to be more attracted to you than usual in every sense, and you are likely to find people on your doorstep wanting your advice and your shoulder to cry on. This will be beneficial to you because you're going to be able to see yourself the way others already see you, as someone with wisdom and a lot to offer. So share your hard-won perspective on life. Know that your wisdom and caring is valuable. When the Empress appears, things regarding work should be going very well for you. People will be inspired by your ideas, your passions, and your way of doing things. Let your inner voice guide you in how you operate. The Empress directs us to follow our bliss, and the rest will follow. When the Empress is in the building, love is potent. You may find that men and women alike are suddenly finding you far more attractive, both in terms of friendship and romance. You will want to be careful with how you use this energy, as it is very potent. If you're single, this is a time when love, true love, could very well come your way. Committed relationships often become sweeter, deeper, and truer under this influence. Regarding finance, this card shows an excellent time to make investments. Follow your instincts about them. Money should be flowing very well. Be sure to keep the flow going by putting back out a little of what you have to a person or cause that is important to you. Share your abundance and it will continue to circulate and flow. Regarding health, it is a fertile myrtle time. If you're trying to get pregnant, this is an excellent sign that it may be forthcoming. If you're not ready to be a parent, this is a time to be triply careful. If you're having health issues of any kind, ponder them from a different point of view. What is your body trying to tell you? Consider adding some sort of naturopathic or homeopathic approach to your health regimen. Spiritually, when the Empress is in the building, your intuition may be trying to send you a message during this time. It will be important to listen closely to it now and see what it's requiring of you. Making time for yourself, going into the quiet stillness and listening to your intuition is key for you at this time. Heed any messages or warnings that seem to come to you now through your inner voice. Thank you for all of the inquiries I've received about personal consultations, and thank you for those of you who have followed up and scheduled your readings. I am glad that you are pleased with the information we elicited for your specific journey. If you're considering a reading, but you're not sure what type of reading to get, well, we have some flexibility. You can do an email reading or an MP3 reading, and those readings are generally delivered within 48 hours of finalization of arrangements and submission of your questions. You also have an option of a voice-to-voice reading. And then there are multiple tarot and oracle decks that you can choose from, or you can allow Spirit to choose the deck for you. You can submit specific questions or just ask for a reading for what is highest and greatest for you at this time. These readings are generally chock full of information that will immediately bless you. So there are lots of options. If you have questions, please do not hesitate to send me an email at empressnandi@gmail.com. Same time, same station next time, beloveds. Om Peace. Amen Ra.